Tell me what happened.
So I met Amanda at work. I was in a situation where I needed somewhere to live. She said, you can move in with me if you pay me $450 every month. So I moved in November 24th, I think it was, gave her the $450 the next day, I think. And after that, probably 2 weeks later, she was fired from our job.
Why was she fired?
She was late a lot and absent a lot.
Okay.
So she didn't have a job for the whole time after that I lived there. She did
And where is there? Is it a house? Is it an apartment? What is it?
an apartment.
Okay. How many bedrooms?
So, 2.
Okay. And it was
bedrooms,
just
2
the two of
baths.
you living there?
And we both have a child.
Okay, so the children were also living there. How old is your child?
He is 5. He just
And
turned
how
5.
old is your child?
She's 3.
Okay, so go ahead. Did they get along? Okay, go ahead.
So every month, rent was due on the 24th. She would ask me around like the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, something like that, if I could pay her rent early.
So were you paying in advance every month? So you paid in advance in December, you paid in advance in January,
Correct.
and then what day did you pay February 24th through March 24th?
I paid it,
Early February?
yes, it was like the 4th.
Is that accurate?
5th.
What,
That is.
early February? Okay, so then what happens towards the end of February? Or middle of February, I
She
should
told
say.
me 2 days later, after I gave her rent almost 3 weeks early, she tells me 2 days later, well, I'm moving out. And I said, okay, well, instead of having to prorate the money that you owe me, because I paid February 24th through March 24th, the lease was up March 5th. I said, instead of trying to prorate that, I'll just leave February 24th. You can give me the whole $450 back. And
March
she,
5th was when the lease was up, so you just said, look, I'll just leave the 24th and give me back the whole month rent. And
Right.
she says,
she said, as soon as I start working,
I'll pay you back.
I'll pay you back.
okay, then
basically.
what happens?
So then I wasn't really there a lot. I was staying with my boyfriend a lot, and I would come there, get clothes. We wouldn't speak. It was just awkward. Her boyfriend and her boyfriend's son were always there. I'm in nursing school, so I just needed quiet, and that's not really her fault. It's my personal preference. I need to study in quiet. So I wasn't there a lot. It was just really awkward. We didn't speak. And then it was February 21st, I believe. I get this text late at night. When are you leaving? What day? What time? I need to know exactly when. Leave my keys on my table in my house. I'm like, well, it's mine until March 24th, technically, so.
Right.
But I told you I'd be out by February 24th. I had finals all that week, so I said, I'll be out by February 24th. And she just kept on and then said, I'm going to pack your things for you.
May I see those texts?
Sure.
Let me get your version of that. What happened?
So pretty much everything she said is correct, other than the fact that she left out that she agreed that she would stay until March the 5th.
Well, but let's hold on. Okay, the first thing that happens is you tell her I'm not renewing my lease.
At that point, I thought I was moving to Gainesville with my boyfriend.
Okay, but had you not been paying rent?
I had not, no.
How many months had you not paid rent?
3 months.
Okay, so is it I don't want to renew my lease, or they're not going to renew my lease?
I have a good standing relationship with my property manager. I rented from them prior to the apartment I'm currently living in. With the lease I still have, I'm still there.
But so you had decided that you were going to leave, and you tell her that, and then she tells you, okay, so just give me back that rent I prepaid.
So at that point in time, we were on good terms. We were
Right.
speaking. So she came home from school that day. I remember it perfectly. I was standing on the stairs. She was in the dining room. I said, okay, well, since the lease is up on the 5th of March and you've already paid, for February to March 24th, we'll just prorate it. We'll divide $450 by 30 days, and that'll be $280. That's what I'll give you. She agreed to it.
And then what happened?
And then, I guess a day or two later is what I have here over text, her saying that instead of her staying until the 5th, she found a new place to live, and she'll be out by the 24th of February. That way I can just give her the full $450 back. And I told her that I didn't have it to give back to her, that I had already paid 2 bills with it, and that I just didn't have it.
Did you ever say to her, okay, I'll give you the money? Because you thought you could, or?
I just didn't want to deal with her anymore.
So you said what?
So I said, okay, whenever I get a job, we'll definitely do that.
Okay, and then what went wrong?